Hey there, Charlani here. Welcome to a studio vlog. This is where I share what goes on behind the scenes and what it takes to run a small business, the good, the bad, and the really good, hopefully. So if you're new here, hi, again, my name is Charlani. I am the owner of Live Happy Label, home of the A5 Tropical Bloom Planners. We are a planner, sticker, and stationery shop with a monochromatic base, but with a vibe of tropical, botanical, and dark and moody. So if that is your vibe too, pause me here, click that subscribe button, and check out our shop because you might find something that will help you to be more productive, stay more focused and organized throughout your day. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. Let's jump right in. The first thing I want to do is straighten up my desk a little bit, kind of clean up my office, put some things away. We were gone on Saturday. Today is a Monday, but we were gone on Saturday, so I need to undo my backpack, put everything away. And then I have been working already for the last couple of hours. So I just need to kind of straighten up what we've got going on here, and then I'll explain what's going on out there in a second. My sister told me about this series, and I'm still reading this one here. This is the first in the series. I think there are 3, but so far I love it. So good. It's kind of like Hunger Games meets people who have powers. I love that. So got that at Target yesterday, and for the first time ever I did just the quick drive up because it was a Sunday and I wasn't technically supposed to go anywhere. Super convenient. And by the way, they can't accept tips unless you ask them and they refuse 3 times. So if you want to tip the person who brings out your order, then you should definitely ask them 3 times so that they can then accept your tip. Just a little bit of a PSA. I just ordered this on Amazon, and I print up when I am testing out different inserts. I get super cheapy paper just so I can look at spacing and see kind of what things look like. But I just get this off Amazon and print out my inserts that I'm playing around with. You can really feel and hear the difference. There's that, and then this is what we actually print our inserts on. Like, this is the good paper. So can you hear that difference? Anyways, there is a big difference. And then we go with creamy white that is unbleached, but paper is such a big deal to me. I like the paper to be thick, but not so thick that it bulks up my planner. So this is by far the most perfect insert paper ever. Last week I was playing around with our dashboards and trying out different dashboard paper. Like, here is one of our Christmas dashboards. It's actually tweaked up. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's not as crisp as I liked, and it kind of bows a little bit. Like, that kind of stuff bugs me. So I went back to what I've been using and look at how much more vibrant it is. And I used a bunch of different settings, but it's much thicker. It's not as thick as cardstock, but it's like luster paper, which has this beautiful sheen to it that isn't super glossy, but it isn't matte also. I love it. It's absolutely the best. And whenever I go and I stray and try something new, I always end up going back to the original, which is good. I mean, that makes sense, right? That means I picked correctly the first time. I worked on a whole bunch of dashboards. I cannot make up my mind as to which one I want to use. So we're gonna end up with a bunch of dashboards to choose from, because I literally cannot choose which ones to keep and which ones to take away. So I have edited down to, I think, 15 different dashboards to choose from. So you're gonna have options for sure. I'm gonna leave these two here because this is where I've just been storing all of our new inserts. These are the dated monthly inserts. We've got a couple of like first pages. We've got the year at a glance, important dates to remember, kind of like a perpetual calendar. And then each month has the cover sheet, last month, next month, and obviously this month. Love the layout. We have tweaked it just a teeny tiny bit from our undated, but they're very similar. We've got the next month up here. But I love the way these have come out. So good, so good. And then we have the weekly inserts for time blocking. And these also came out really, really well. Love, 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 love. Again, very similar, but I have made just a few little tweaks, mostly like spacing tweaks, but these look good too. So this is for time blocking. You add your time here because everybody starts their day at different times or ends their evening at different times. So it's time blocking, but it gives it a little bit of flexibility. And then we have vertical weekly inserts, and these are just vertical columns here. You can use this for personal, this for business, this for what you want for dinner. Like you can write that here. So again, versatility is really important to me. I want you to be able to use your inserts in however is going to make sense for you. And then we also have a horizontal layout because it just depends on how your eyes kind of look at things, how your brain works. And sometimes the vertical or the horizontal planning like this, where you go across this way, makes sense. You've got Monday through Thursday here and then Friday through Sunday on this side. But see how it's just different from this layout right here. Does the same thing, but it's preference. And then I also created a couple of new inserts. This is the daily task and habit tracking. So you just have habit trackers for the entire week. And then I also did quarterly goal setting inserts. So you'll have a kind of an overview intention page and then your breakdown for goals for each month. And then your actual breakdown of the month. So this is just super helpful for breaking down those goals. And then I also have a grid layout, which I love. I love this, just the spacing itself and like the size of the grid is perfection to me. And then you have just your lined regular note paper. And then we do have the mixed notes layout. Let me actually show you. There won't be a glare if I show you this way. So you've got your lines up here, you've got 2 columns and then a grid down here. This is one of my absolute favorites. I love it so much. The inserts that I create are inserts that I'm realizing as I'm going through my day or planning out my weeks. I'm like, oh, I wish I had this or I wish I had that. So that's when we create it. Okay, let me show you the mess that is in our dining room because I have spilled out of my office space. And I'm playing around with some pockets here. Oh, and these are my absolute favorite pens ever. And they are the fine point, not the medium point. Love, love, love. Black ink tool pens, the best. This is the last box that I have unpacked of all of our binders. So I just need to go through, organize them by color, obviously, make a count, and then also double check these and make sure that the rings work well, that the pockets are stitched well, all the things. So we just need to kind of quality control all of these bad boys, and then I need to clean up all of this stuff. I am huge into the holidays and Christmas and Christmas decor. So one of the things that I'd like to do today, if I can squeeze this in, I don't know that I can, but we're gonna try, because I've got to get some office stuff done in here first. But if we could put away the fall decor, then I can really start thinking about Christmas decor and bringing that all down and getting this house decorated. I know it's not even halfway through November. I know that Thanksgiving is coming up, but my family is very used to having our tree up at Thanksgiving. So that is what we are going to do very, very soon, is get this house decorated for Christmas. Plus, I've been working on our holiday collection, the Christmas collection for dashboards and stickers. So I'm very much in the mood and need to be able to walk out of my studio and see Christmas decor. It's gonna be great. My daughter and her boyfriend came over for Halloween and we decorated pumpkins, and if I had finished her, she would have been beautiful, but it took me a really long time to just do this, and then I ran out of time and lost motivation. But I have to say, that looked really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this stuff here just because I'm gonna put all the fall stuff in one area and box it all up at one time. And then these are just some things I need to restock. I needed my cello bags for all of our stickers, inserts, thank yous, all those things. I've got ink for my printer, and then I've also got boxes that I need to restock. All right, so these are the boxes for the binders only. So we need to pack those up, get those out, and then all of this stuff right here is what I have left to go through and just quality check, make sure they're good to go. This is my beginning of putting fall things away. I'm just kind of shoving things right here for now. And then all this sewing stuff needs to go back into my bedroom closet. But for now, it's gonna live there for a minute. It looks a little bit more organized, and we'll get these guys out of here tomorrow. So this makes me really happy. And we have places here or space here for more of the decor so that I can then just pull bins down and put all of my decor in the bins. And then over here, we're gonna have our tree stand for our Christmas village. That's going to be coming soon. I like to check in with my planner many times throughout the day to make sure that I'm staying on track and I'm not forgetting priority things that I need to get done. I have a tendency to get hyper focused in creation mode or whatever it is that I'm working on. So my planner brings me back on track always. This is where I have to go in and play around with the different settings, like color settings, because obviously this is the vibrancy that I want here. And you can see that here it's just a little bit dull. just a teeny tiny bit. Like it's probably, well, hopefully you can see it there. But this is what we're going for, and this is what I'm getting with these current settings. So I'm just gonna have to play with it for a little bit. The bummer with this is that you do waste some of this really good paper, but cost of business. We gotta get it right. It just hit me. This I need to do some editing. That's what it is. This is actually the original, so it printed out correctly. But I need to go in and make this more vibrant. I had totally forgotten that I did that before, because when I did print it out, like I just showed you there, it came out and it looked a little dull to me. So I just need to go in and make this a little more vibrant. And now that I think about it, I need to actually print up all of these and see which ones I want to tweak just a little bit for the final dashboard. So, oh, dang it, this is gonna take a little bit longer than I thought.
If there was ever the original influencer, it's Martha.
She made the world we're now living in.
American women needed to be redirected from open fields of stream of mushrooms.
Spent her free time modeling. She and her mother one day said to me, "You're pretty enough to be a model. Would you like to be introduced?" I started off at $15 an hour, which is a lot better than the 50 cents I was getting babysitting.
I have been playing around with trying to print out my plastic pages, the acetate, and I can't. It just keeps smearing and smudging. The problem is I thought I knew the settings that I used to create this to where they don't smear, that it stays nice and like you can do that and it's totally fine. But I can't get it to work today for whatever reason. And I'm super bummed about it because we're doing so well, and I have whittled down the line to these, I think 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These 9. I really want to get these on the website and up and available because it's not quite mid-November, but if you're like me, you want your Christmas stuff in your planners ASAP. Sometimes it just makes the most sense to just stop what you're doing, what you're working on, especially if it's getting frustrating, and do something different. I'm gonna come back to that. Maybe I'm overthinking the settings and that's why, I don't know. Either way, I have a good grasp of the dashboards that we're gonna have in the line. I am now going to work on the Christmas stickers. I'm gonna give myself about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on what kind of flow I'm in. And then I just need to edit for the rest of the night. I need to get to work, put my head down, get these stickers finalized, and then edit, and then we'll call it a day. And then it's been a pretty good, productive day. We cleaned up a lot of the areas that needed to be cleaning up, and we definitely got the invoice paid for our 2025 dated inserts, which was a biggie. That was something that I definitely needed to make sure got done today, and that all worked out really well, so yay for that. So I'm just looking down at the things that I still have on my list of things to get done. So let's get back to work. I'm watching Martha about Martha Stewart. It's on Netflix and it is so good. I wasn't shocked when I read that she hated how this film turned out. There are definitely some not so great moments for her, but there are a few important reminders about how brutal our culture can be towards powerful women, especially back then. But what I love most about Martha Stewart is not just her amazingness when it comes to homemaking, but that despite all that she's been through, she has never stopped finding a new way to make things work for her. And even though I may not love all the things about her, I do love that she refuses to let anything keep her from sharing her gifts, and I definitely respect that. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, big stretches. Did you come in here? You gonna help me work? I started creating stickers a couple of months ago, and I recently opened the sticker shop on our website, and now I'm obsessed with stickers. But I have a true love, don't love that much relationship with my Cricut. It's been a journey and a learning curve for sure, from getting the spacing right to figuring out how the blades cut on different sticker papers and so many things. Someday I'll send these out to get printed, but while I'm still figuring out my style, our designs, what I ultimately really want our sticker shop to be, I like the versatility to be able to make changes on the fly. So as time consuming as it is to cut sticker sheets, it's definitely worth it for now. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. We got a whole heck of a lot done, and I got a really big chunk of our holiday product launch. I got a pretty big chunk of that situated today. I also got kind of like the classic Christmas stickers, but I've got a couple of other sticker sheets that I'm going to make that I think are gonna look amazing with our more minimal style inserts, just to give that pop of color, that holiday feel to it. Anyhow, I still have some work to do on that line, but so far so good. I think it's coming out really, really well. So for the night, I'm gonna call it here, but for the rest of the night, I am going to be editing the Madisonville Christmas store tour. So if that's something that you want to see, if Christmas vibes are your thing, then check out that video that I just posted right before this one. It is the ultimate in Christmas vibes for sure. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions of what you might want to see, then put it down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see ya. Bye.